Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be watching a edit about Hope and Josie. It is called Rescue You, and it is by TheSerialLove. I am curious to see what this video is about. I assume it's going to be like a fanship type of video between Hope and Josie, and I'm excited for this just because we never really got a true exploration of a potential relationship there, and it was something that was previously teased in season 1, I believe, when we have a whole conversation about Josie burning Hope's room down, and that being the start of the contention between Lizzie and Hope earlier in their life or whatever. I'm curious to know specifically what parts of the series are going to be present in this. I know it only goes up to a specific episode in season 3. And yeah, that being said, let's get into the reaction. This video was requested by one of you all, so I'll link that here as well. Let's get into the video.
I hate that I have to do this because all I've ever wanted for you is happiness, but
oh, is this, are they fighting there? What is that?
because you're lying to yourself.
When was that?
I told you I didn't want any help. You have photos in your home of someone you don't recognize. Feels like you should know, you don't.
You are not hopeless.
Oh, I like the reorienting of that to be like more romantic about the two of them, when originally I believe that was her conversation with Freya. That's an interesting choice there.
You have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper.
What is that from?
Joe, is that you? Hope? Is that you? Not the talisman.
When was she wearing that green cloak? I just don't recognize that.
What's this supposed to do? Make quiet things heard.
Oh,
Michael's.
Send out an army to find you in the middle of.
By the way, I'm curious for you all, what do you guys think of the episodes they did where they were like in fantasy lands or fantasy realms or whatever? I've never really been a huge fan of those episodes, and I think like the one that was Star Wars themed, I couldn't even really watch. So like the ones where they were like tripping out essentially in like that weird cult thing, I never really watched those. I just didn't, I got bored, or like I was put off while watching those. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of those, because they are showing some scenes from some of those, including like when I think Hope goes into Josie's head as well. That's probably from season 2 or whatever, when she gets like corrupted by dark magic. Like all those episodes, like I don't know, they were just weird to me. They just didn't feel, perhaps they just felt so disconnected from TVD or The Vampire Diaries, or TVD is The Vampire Diaries, I mean TVD and the originals is what I meant to say. They just felt so completely different that like it just felt odd to me to think that something like that was taking place in the same world in which like Klaus is just doing his monologues in front of every person that's super afraid of him. I mean, it just felt completely different to me. So I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm curious to know what you guys think as well.
Darkest night, it's true.
Oh, I didn't read any of those text components at all, but
Rescue her.
oh, it looks like it's just a song. Got you.
There is no distance. It cannot be covered over and over. You're
She's
not
strong.
defenseless.
Is strong. You were strong. I
I'll
don't want
be
you
your
to hurt.
shelter. I'll be your armor.
I'm not going to leave you behind.
I really like Josie and Hope in general. Like, those are two of my favorites in the show.
Josie, fight it. Josie, you can fight her.
I think like Josie and Lizzie are definitely probably my favorites, apart from like the girls, and then probably of the dudes, like probably Caleb, I think.
Somebody's looking for a kindred spirit. Change the story. Josie, change the story. Tale of the crappy friend who told you you deserved to be dumped. It's okay. I needed to hear it. Just like you need to hear that it's okay to let yourself be happy. Josie?
Will send out an army to find you.
Oh, I remember that. That was when she first got like the dark magic, when they dropped the the hourglass thing that had the dark magic in it or whatever that was smashed after, was it Kai left, right? Because she had to do it right away and all that. That was, yeah, I still don't know how I feel about Dark Josie either. Like, the main thing, like, I think I've said this before, and I'm like, what is the difference between what Bonnie used to do, in which, like, all of her magic would essentially cause her to have nosebleeds or like nearly die or whatever. And then on the other hand, when Josie does like magic that seemingly does similar things, it's like the things that are classified as dark magic somehow are corrupting them. I'm very curious to know if like the writers actually have a comparison in terms of what each of them have done. Because like the closest thing I can understand to the physical implications that happen with Josie are like the nose bleeding and like feeling weak afterwards, but also like the closest thing to dark magic that I could think of from like older shows would be something like perhaps Bonnie doing expression. And then for the originals, I mean, they had like the dark objects or whatever that existed that Cole would help the Witches of New Orleans make. So I don't know. I'm very curious as to see if the creators actually had a comparison between the two and like an understanding of what was what, or if any of the other things that we've seen would have been classified as dark magic, and if so, like what those actual implications were. I'm not too sure.
In the middle of the darkest night, it's true, I will rescue you.
So that was the end of the video. It was enjoyable, definitely. I feel like I talked a little bit over some of the video, so hopefully it wasn't too hard to understand. But yeah, I really, really liked this aspect of the show, like the two of their friendship. Similarly, like I really like Hope and Lizzie's friendship as that has developed over the series continued. And I really, really wish that the show chose to go a route in which we actually saw a potential relationship between Hope and Josie, but I feel like that just evaporated the moment season 2 started, and they had that very, very brief moment in which Josie and Landon were in a relationship. I didn't really love that aspect of the show either, and I felt like it kind of closed that door just because of how awkward it would be if Hope and Josie got together and Landon was just kind of chilling. I mean, I feel like the only route that they could have gone with that is if Landon ended up passing probably earlier on in the show and stayed dead, and then they had that relationship blossom. It would have been interesting to see, because I feel like there was something that was teased and not really ever explored properly in the show, and it was something that I was kind of curious to see where they would go with it. Now that the show is ending, I guess we're never going to see it. Also, I mean, Josie left earlier in the season as well, so we're never really going to see her probably again unless they decide to do something for the finale, considering it is the end of the show. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. That being said, that is all I have to say for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any other videos you'd like me to watch, please let me know as well. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos from me on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.